Whether you don't even know where the gym is, or maybe it's your first week, or you had one of those friends that just had to pull you into class, or maybe you're the type that you're a gym god, we've got a little bit of everything for you. Welcome to Trainer Talk. Let's get to work.
Anybody that walks in any class that I have, Josh and I like apart, they're one of my peeps. And
You're accepted.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and the hardest part is to step in a class. When I see like new people, I'll cut back and modify.
Yeah, good.
I'll put my bar down and squat or lunge with the bar next to me to show them that, show them it's a matter of getting there to doing it, and you have to start somewhere.
We just want to get to know Marsha. But so chocolate is your thing.
I don't usually have chocolate around my house. If I do, it's like,
So you're crazed for chocolate. You're crazy.
Yeah, I love it. If there's a bag of chocolate chips there, and they're open, and I don't use them in all like the little protein balls, that bag is gone. I'll have no problem.
Do you just like out of the bag, just dump it in your mouth?
I'll put them in my hand.
Oh, you're at least a lady about it. Come on, you gotta get just savage. Just open that thing up and just drink it.
In the office at school, my girlfriend always spills a little jar of Hershey Kisses, and I just can't even go in there and start because sometimes, but when someone tells you off, and sometimes it's just a little bit nice just to be able to go there.
Someone or a kid? Or both?
Kids don't usually tell me off.
Okay. It's because those guns, they know they're loaded.
They don't usually see the guns.
Oh yeah? Do you have them covered up usually?
I always have them covered up. The last few years, if I've gone into like the gym class, like the gym class and work out with them, they're like,
holy cow.
You don't usually see Marsha in a ponytail and a headband.
Right.
Right? Like what they see here, they usually see her in dress pants and heels.
Yeah, and all dolled up and perfect.
And I'm like, here, this is the Marsha that's really real outside of here.
They don't take a body pump class with Marsha.
Yeah, I'm very impulsive on some of those things.
That's what makes your classes so fun though. All of a sudden you're like, you know what? Screw it. Change the song and this is what we're doing.
Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall. We're doing lunges until my left leg catches up to my right. Right?
Yeah.
So do you prep your food all the time? Do you?
I prep my food all the time.
Okay. Is it just like lunch for work, or is it all of your meals? Or you?
No, I for the most part, especially that I'm at school, because I don't eat school lunch, and I usually, to be honest, don't have a lunch break.
Okay.
So I'm usually like grazing throughout. I usually just like on a Saturday or Sunday kind of think about what my day is going to look like, and I usually pick 3 or 4 recipes. Go to the store, specifically do that. Know what I'm going to have for breakfast, know what I'm going to have for some snacks throughout the week, lunch, and sometimes I just kind of mix it up where what I had for lunch, the other thing that I prep I have for dinner.
Yeah.
And then like I kind of like flip it around. Sometimes if I have like leftovers, like especially like leftover veggies, that will be like something that I'll like Pinterest to see what's going to be like in my recipes or what I'm going to have. Like the following week.
Some people are hearing that like, oh my God, that's so much work. But for someone like you, it's almost calming because okay, that's one less thing I got to think about.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny story.
Okay.
I've trained a couple of different trainers and stuff. I love doing it, and no one ever really talked to me about my diet.
Okay.
And I used to be a commuter and commute like 65 miles one way.
Wow.
Okay. Purposely always paid at the pump. Because I always would get like some unhealthy snack, a snack, and it would be like a thing of M&Ms or something like that, and there's no problem for me to polish that all off.
Oh yeah, in the car, you got 65 miles.
It's all good to go. Well, I was training and I was at like out here on like this app thing where you're up here and your legs dangle, right? And I was like we were lifting. The next thing I knew, I like apparently passed out, but I fell into some nice gentleman's muscular chest. Okay.
And you married him now.
No, I didn't marry him. I was married already. Her training was loved her to death. She's like, "What did you eat today?" And I was like, 2 cupcakes and coffee.
So nothing.
Nothing.
Right.
Basically, she's like, okay. So then she kind of like helped me, like, you gotta try to like eat something all the time. And I thought, like, to me, I'm like, I'm gonna get fat.
Right. It's not true.
And I'm like, I'm gonna get fat. She's like, no. She goes, you gotta start, building the machine, like running it. She goes, because I know I eat the refrigerator coming at night. It's kind of come along.
Yeah. Well, in extreme personality, there must have been a point where you were trying to lose weight and you realize, hey, if I cut back on what I'm eating, I will lose weight. And then the extreme personality takes over, eat less, and I will get smaller. Eventually that stops and it goes the other direction. And then someone telling you to think in a different way, hey, I want you to eat every 3 to 4 hours, small meals, whatever.
Right.
I'm sure you thought they were nuts. And I'm sure, had you gotten on a scale, do you weigh yourself, by the way, ever?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Had you gotten on the scale in that first 10 days, you'd have thought she was nuts, because in the first 10 days, you probably would have gained a pound or 2 as your body's just getting used to actually having food. So it's nice that you're on the other side of things. But do you know how many times a day do you think you eat? I know you said you graze a lot, but...
Okay, so here's my little bit, my probably for the week, because lately, I'll do a lot of cardio in the morning, right? I know that if I don't have a little bit of something in my stomach, I get a little bit lightheaded. So I usually will have maybe a half of a protein bar, or I like to make those peanut butter or almond butter balls.
Yeah.
So a couple
with oats and things like that.
With oats or whatever, and then I have a couple of those. Work out. And then, I usually prep a protein shake.
Yeah.
So it's already sitting there. It looks gross by the time it's already melted, but by the time I leave, throw that on the blender, and that's what I eat on my way to work.
Yep. Is it just protein, or is there other stuff in it?
I usually have a half a banana, depending on some almond butter, rice milk or almond milk, and some water. The milk stuff sometimes, no matter what, bothers my gut with. I use one kind of protein powder, and then another kind of protein powder, depending on. Sometimes I get too gassy or whatever else. Sure. I always have something that I know I'm going to eat between now and lunch. Yeah. Because I don't usually eat lunch until 1 o'clock sometimes. So I usually have I chia seed, pudding with berries and some nuts, or I don't know, that's kind of been my. Sometimes I have
it's like a parfait almost.
Yeah.
It's just a better for you parfait.
Some kind of thing like that. Then I have lunch, which is what I have prepped.
Right.
And then a protein bar when I get home before I go to the gym, and then when I eat lunch. So how many times is that?
And then you do dinner after. So about 5 to 6 times, which is awesome. Which is why you're so lean. This is why you have muscle. This is why you can push the weight while teaching a class, and you can have your energy and things like that. I know you don't just teach body pump, and I'm going to try to take body pump out of your mind. What is your favorite style of class to teach or take? So you can talk both ways, beside body pump, because you do that 1,000 times.
I do. I like it all.
Okay.
I used to really not like yoga.
Okay. Now you're a body flow instructor.
I'm a body flow instructor, and totally see the benefits of that.
Yeah, what was it about yoga you hated? Was it the calming down, the slowing down, or?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Too squirrel. Too not, too busy. Can't can't focus. Sometimes actually hurt. I'm not so much. It kind of still has to keep, moving.
Which is why body flow is so nice for you, because there's a constant movement to it.
Right.
Yeah. You're not sitting there for 90 seconds in one pose. Hey, Marsha, stay still for 90 seconds.
You see the squirrel running around my head?
Yeah. It's real.
It totally is real.
But has it given you some benefits? Maybe does it relax you? Does it just make you feel good? Why? What made you switch into actually doing yoga?
I had to eat. I decided to eat my own words.
Okay.
And in my big girl job, I encourage people students or even other people to take risks.
Yeah.
And being out and going out of the comfort zone and out of the box. And when there was a training here, it was totally out of my box. And something that I knew I wasn't good at.
Yeah. So you tried something you knew you weren't good at.
Yeah.
And then you liked it. You enjoy it.
Yeah.
Or enjoy it enough that you teach it.
No, I do like it. Like on a Sunday sometimes when I know that I need to stretch. It's kind of my day to rest.
Yeah.
But still, it's I feel like I'm still doing something.
Right.
I'm still like stretching, and I'm in a space, Josh. I'm not getting any younger.
Right. And it makes you feel good too.
Yeah, it's not good. But otherwise, I like all the other stuff. I like to lift. I like to take a break from body pump, and I do like to like lift other things. Like I like the kettlebell stuff, and I like the lunging heavy. I love box jumps, and I love ropes.
You love box jumps and you love ropes. That sounds great.
And I love burpees.
Yeah, that's a body pump thing though too. You would have talked to me about your body pump. So for people who don't know, your body pump classes are probably the most talked about, most participated in. People love them probably the most. So I would say that your body pump classes are the most popular. What do you think is the cause of that? Is it your energy you bring to class? Is it how you teach? Is it because you are in such good shape and people are just following you? Is it a combination? Why, if you had to put a few words to it, why do you think your class is so popular?
I don't know if it's my classes. I think
So
it's
she's humble too.
I don't think it's
Put her on the spot a little bit.
That's my classes.
Yeah.
Anybody that walks in any class that I have, Josh, they're like a part. They're one of my peeps, and
You accept them.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and the hardest part is to step in a class.
Why do you have so much damn fun at the gym?
I do have fun at the gym.
Why?
I love the gym.
I mean, I have fun at the gym too. It's my job too, but where is this coming from?
I think it's the music and the
Yeah.
people.
Are you competitive? Do you get competitive with people in your class, or
No.
no?
I, you know, to be honest, I watch their faces and I kind of laugh,
Oh.
you know, because you're just kind of like, ooh, this is a Marsha mix.
Yeah. And they're dying.
And they're like, ooh. But then on the also side of it is like when I see like new people, I'll cut back and modify.
Yeah, good.
I'll put my bar down and like, you know, squat or lunge with the bar next to me to show them that, you know, show them it's a matter of getting there to doing it, and you have to start somewhere. Personally, like for me, if I'm around like the people that I know, you know, I'm usually the person, like I have no problem wearing the Valentine like Dory does.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like I like to dress up and do like the fun things and joke about things and rock and roll with my air guitar and whatever else. However, if I am around people that I don't know, I sometimes will hold back. But when I'm in body pump or when I'm in those things and I start to hear like the music and stuff, it just kind of,
You can express yourself.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm like, let's rock,
Right,
let's
that's awesome.
like rock this, like, you know.
That's, I mean, I know, so I started here 8 years ago, and you were probably the first name I heard constantly. Oh, Marsha's doing another class.
Yeah.
Well, you buzz around and you have an aura to you, and I'm sure you notice this when you're on the main floor doing pull-ups or whatever it is. People are like, holy crap, right? And that's great. You definitely, not that you're a character, but you are definitely a superstar at the gym too, which we appreciate you for that too. So take her classes. Is there anything you want your potentially new people to know about you?
I love the gym, and whoever I see come across, I'll take him. I mean,
Right. You immediately take them under your wing.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. I like that saying you said. It's hard enough to join a class, and I'll go one step further. It's hard enough to join a class and then have an instructor that, for some reason, doesn't want you there. You know, or doesn't accept you, or is really cliquey, and you're not really cliquey either. Where it's like, no, you're not part of this crew. You just come on in.
Oh.
You know? And that's so helpful. And that's where over the years we've had instructors come and go, is because they become that kind of cliquey type person where I'm the cool shit and blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden they have no one in their class.
Yeah, I want to be welcoming. I want to bring somebody. You know, some people, everybody can join. We're all different. We all modify. We have bad days. We have good days. Whatever happened to you during the day, like, can I leave this behind and let it go?
Yeah, and for that hour they're in body pump,
they can forget about their life if that's what they're trying to do, right? Whatever happened today, just come on in, and for an hour, I'll distract you at the very least, right?
Yeah.
And if you're gonna pass out because you only had 2 muffins, make sure you fall into a really muscular guy's chest, huh? Catch him.
I won't forget it.
Is he still a member here, or have you ever seen him again?
No, I don't even, I just saw the chest.
Right. All you saw was chest. You're like, oh, I would know those pecs anywhere.
It's funny is because then they sat me down and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go again. And the girl that's training me was like, no. You're like, done, done.
You're naturally tan, but you are pale right now. But I can't believe you're still alive.
But like I say, like I never thought the gym would be a part of me like it has, and it really, kind of has come a little bit full circle, and I'll say that is I did the gym stuff a little bit as I went through college, and I kind of like dabbled with a couple of like aerobics classes, doing all those things, and I was an active young person through high school, but I was never I was an athlete, but I wasn't the star athlete. I was okay, but I wasn't really ever recognized. I loved being on the bench and cheering people on and keep your head up. But then as I kind of moved through grad school and did the counseling stuff that I did, is I realized that I would take my work home.
Yeah.
And as I continued to take classes myself, is I knew that I had to, it made me focus on something else.
Yeah.
So that when I did leave, right,
you went from work Marsha to gym Marsha.
You're right. And then
you could switch your mind off.
And my husband Sean probably was happier that way.
Yeah.
And I don't love the things that I see at work. I don't really want to talk about after work.
Right, for sure.
And so I think it just came full cycle, knowing is that taking care of me is the gym.
Right. And I gotta believe you knowing how to take care of yourself mentally, physically, you can help others do that, whether they're at the gym, at work, whatever it is. Assuming they ask you for help because you don't want Marsha coming knocking on your door. Did you prep your food? Huh? Right?
Yeah, and but say the people here they're my family, my family.